Hello everyone, this is Sujay Datta. Today we will be looking at a few concepts of time and work. So when you see time and work, the most common type of question is when you see there is a group of people working and then you have to figure out how long it will take to complete a job when there are more people who join or few people leave and all that. So before we start that question, we still understand the concept. So when you are solving such questions, there are a few things that we have to understand. So first point that we need to understand is all people who are working are equally efficient. So when you see that there is a question on group of people, so there is a group of people who are working and each of them can complete a certain job in certain number of days. So it is understood that all the people work with the same efficiency. So that's the first and foremost point. Now the second point is when you have a larger group of people working and they take certain number of days. Now if the group becomes smaller, the number of days will increase. So the time taken to complete a work is inversely proportional to the number of people. So let's call the time to complete T and the number of people is N. So they are inversely proportional. Third point is if the work becomes larger, then the time taken will become larger as well and vice versa. So the third point we have, the time is directly proportional to the work. Let's call that W. Combining 2 and 3 together, we get time is proportional to W by N. Simplifying, time T multiplied with N, the number of people, divided by W is constant. Okay, Tn over W is constant. What does it mean? So if I have in a first scenario T1 number of people and T1 time N1 number of people divided by W1 work, that should be equal to T2 time N2 number of people and W2 work. So this product Tn by W should be equal to T2N2 by W2. Now let us try to use this and solve a question. Okay. So here it says this contractor undertook a project to construct the wall in 180 days. Okay. That means that's his target deadline. Now it says that he employed some people. We don't know how many, but 100 days later only half of the work was completed. Now you can understand if the job has to be done in 180 days, this should have been 90 days where it should have completed half the work. But the workers have clearly taken more time. Okay. So if he pursues with the same number of workers, then he is not going to complete the job in 180 days, and hence the question says he employed 56 more people to finish the work on time. So the question is how many did he employ in the beginning? So without thinking much, let us try to understand. In the first slot, let's say the number of people N be X, okay, time. Now it says that 100 days later, so time is 100, work completed, whatever the total work was, so let us put it as W over 2. Okay. Second case, the new N, this is N1, T1, W1, and this is N2, which is X plus 56. T2, he has to complete the job in the remaining 80 days. Okay. And the work 2 would be also the remaining half work, right? Half the work is done. So if I use that formula NT over W, so X multiplied with 100 divided by W over 2 equals X plus 56 times 80 divided over W over 2. This cancels out. We reduce this by 20 5 times, by 20 4 times. Solving, we have 5x equals 4x plus 224. That gives us x to be 224. So this is one way of solving the question. You can also think of it in a much simpler version, that So if you have X people, okay, who are going to take 100 days, right? And now this for the same work W by 2. Now for the same work W by 2 you have available only 80 days. So the time taken clearly has become 4 by 5 times. Now we know that the number of people and time are inversely proportional, right? So if they are inversely proportional, here if you have done 4/5, here you should have done 5/4. So that means extra men that you need would be the difference of these two, which is x by 4, and that x by 4 is 56, and hence x is 224. So this is a much simpler way of solving it, but then this involves a bit of logical thinking. Okay, you think it out and then solve it. We solve it faster. This is a formula based approach, and this is safer to use because this will always give you the answer, though you might have to work a little bit more. I hope this was clear. Thanks for watching.